Yeah. Up on the rooftop, city lights flicker, chilling with the homies, vibes getting thicker, banter flying fast, words cut deeper, night in the trap, all the secrets we keep, bruh. View so high, eagle's perspective, laughs echo loud, night so reflective, world down there, feeling so selective, tongue sharp as knives, dialogue deceptive.
We're here live on the rooftop. We got the Capitol behind us, drinking a Jack Daniels with a Coke. And I would say it's a good cheers.
Thank you, sir. Wait, I wasn't gonna get the cheers on camera.
Sorry. Oh.
All right. Cheers. So
Cheers.
you wet?
No.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. So, rooftop pod. I don't know if this is number one because we already did one, but this is like the setup that we're looking for. It is raining a little bit, so it's going to be much shorter than expected. But you guys have experienced the Nato conference, unfortunately, for all of us out there. And if you live in DC, you get to experience Nato in town, which is kind of the most awful thing ever.
Yeah.
And you know, life's happening. Summer's closing soon.
Yep.
So the weather is getting better.
True.
And other than that, there's a lot of things happening.
Definitely. Eminem just released an album.
And Eminem just dropped some bangers.
Yeah.
Some diss tracks.
Yeah. But
which one should we start with? Nato?
Yeah.
As short as possible.
When it comes to Nato, I don't know. It was not. I mean, was it did nothing really, I guess, noteworthy necessarily happen,
Except
did
for
it?
Biden calling the president of Ukraine Vladimir Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was like, introducing the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin. And
That's
Putin.
President Putin. You can beat President Putin.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Not surprising.
I don't actually know the president's last name, but he's not Putin. And then
It's Biden. No,
And then he came on stage and he was like, oh, I'm way better than Putin. He's like, yeah, you're way better.
Mr. President,
I'm better.
you are a hell of a lot better.
Thank you so much.
Pretty embarrassing,
Yeah.
especially because he's not doing that well.
Yeah.
Mr. President is not doing that well in the media. And then, did you see he said that he didn't elect Vice President Trump? Did you see that? Did you hear that?
No.
He was meant to say Vice President Harris, but he said Vice President Trump.
Wow.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Wow. A lot of
Yeah, little stumbles.
Yeah.
Little speed bumps.
Missteps.
Little speed bumps in the political era.
Yeah.
These days. NATO did not do great this year.
Yeah.
NATO did not do his job this year. I don't think.
There could have been some things that happened.
The things
All the
that-
international relations stuff happening right
the things
now.
that were helpful, we didn't see because they weren't helpful yet. The viral moments were because he messed up, and that's how politics is, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there could have been stuff about Ukraine and Russia. There could have been stuff about
There probably is. I didn't look that far
Gaza,
into it.
Israel.
But I looked
there
into
could have
what
been.
NATO is. It's been like the 75th anniversary.
Oh, it was
It's-
Truman, right? Truman started it.
For us, war is not inevitable. We do not believe that there are blind tides of history which sweep men one way or another. In our own time, we've seen brave men overcome obstacles that seemed insurmountable and forces that seemed overwhelming. Men with courage and vision can still determine their own destiny. They can choose slavery or freedom, war or peace. I have no doubt which they will choose. The treaty we are signing here today is evidence of the path they will follow. If there is anything certain today, if there is anything inevitable in the future, it is the will of the people of the world for freedom and for peace.
I'm expecting someone to open their window at some point and be like, "What the fuck's happening over there?" But
Yeah. I hear some music, or it's probably someone's car.
yeah. So they were talking about how It started in like 1949, I think.
Okay.
And there was only 12. I think there was 12. Yeah, I think there was like something in the teens, like 12 or like 15 or 7. Pretty sure it was 12. 12
Okay.
countries in 1949 that joined.
Yeah.
And then since then, there's been like, I think 15 more, because now there's like almost 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very good at math, but I looked into it enough for this experience.
Right.
And I was like,
So can I ask you, why won't they let Russia join?
because they don't let you join if you're in war, if you're like in an active war.
Oh.
It has to be like, all, you know, we're all for one for all kind of thing.
Active war against one of the countries in NATO?
In general, yeah, that probably, yeah. Like obviously, if you're at war with the country.
Because I was gonna say, there's a lot of countries in NATO that are at war, but not with each other. So that makes sense, I
okay,
guess.
Yeah, like if you're at war with one of them, obviously that would not look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Ukraine also.
Ukraine's trying to join, and that's why Vladimir Putin is upset.
Yeah, I think Sweden was they joined in 2024, like the most recent.
Oh,
one.
really?
They just joined. It's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
It might not be Sweden. I might be wrong about that, but I think it's Sweden. Pretty sure Sweden, because it's not Ukraine because they're in a war.
Yeah.
The rain is.
Yeah, I feel some rain.
It's starting to get worse.
Oh,
so we
man.
gotta speed
man.
it up.
So, Eminem album.
Eminem album. He's dropping just diss tracks against.
Cancel
Kendrick.
culture.
Cancel culture. He's trying to get canceled. He's trying to make jokes about hating the blind, which is wild.
Yeah,
Made
the
jokes
deaf.
about some newscast. Dude, it's getting it's starting.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit.
All right, well, this has been a rooftop podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to cancel all my equipment, so this is probably a good time to call it. When it comes to therapy, what do you say to people out there that are having trouble with their relationships? What's the best idea?
Go to therapy?
No. When it comes to therapy, like mental therapy, like what do you do? How do you help yourself when you're struggling with a relationship?
Communicate.
Communicate. And,
It's important.
And what else? Anything else? Communicate is the most important. That's a major
Listen.
key. Listen. Communicate and listen.
Yeah.
Amen. Okay.
Cheers.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Yes,
Let's
sir.
see if we can like chug this. Oh. Okay, happy Friday. I'm gonna get back inside before the rain takes out my equipment. But if you want to be on the rooftop sometime, actually, wow, he really went for it. If you want to be on the rooftop sometime, hit me up. Let's talk on the rooftop. We'll talk about whatever you want, unless we hate you.
Yep.
Then we won't talk to you, obviously. Actually, if we hate, no, I should recount that and say, especially if we hate you. I want to talk to somebody like we really don't like.
We don't trust you.
We don't. You're not like us.
Yeah. We don't trust you. You're not like us.
You're not like us.
They not like us.